for the thousands of freedom seekers in attendance and the millions watching from home. It's time for another episode of Coffee and Cash. Hey guys, what's up? So pumped to have you here. It's a beautiful fall day in gorgeous Boise, Idaho. We're at our home base right now, and we've got a great episode for you guys. I've had a bunch of great masterminds the last couple of weeks, and we're going to talk about some of the things that I learned so that you could have felt like you were there too. But before we get there, let's talk about some important things that are happening. The biggest of which is T&C, Traffic and Conversion, in sunny San Diego, California, coming up the end of this month. It's going to be a great event, and we want to make sure that you're there to celebrate it with us. And that's why we're sponsoring and hosting multiple parties. Get there a day early, September 26th, and check out the Internet Marketing Party, right? It's where all the cool kids go to find out the cool new things that are happening and meet and mingle and network, right? I guarantee you, if you go there, you'll find somebody that you can work with, right? And that first drink you're going to have is going to be on Digistore24. The next event is the first day of Traffic and Conversion. It's the 27th. It's our very own Digi Party. And it's going to be a great event, right? A Digistore24 party usually goes pretty late. And so we've actually got it in two phases. The first is going to be a rooftop party. So we're starting out a little bit earlier in the night, going to have some drinks. There's going to be a DJ, lots of people, and it's going to be fun. Rooftop, you're going to be able to look out over the whole gas lamp district in San Diego, which is beautiful. And then the party keeps going, right? And we head downstairs to the club, and we're going to rock out to some party EDM. We usually have again, like I said, great DJs. The third party that we're doing, right? We're helping sponsor the Rock the Box event, right? It's the fourth annual iteration of this party. It's going to be a great event. We're doing it in partnership with our good friends at Rees. They're a law firm that helps people in our space, right? So make sure you're there. Make sure you check it out. Today, I've got 4 top beauty offers that you need to make sure you take a look at. The first one, natural teeth whitening, right? Natural teeth whitening. It's a great offer. This offer really focuses on the idea of non-toxic, right? And there's a lot of teeth whiteners out there, but usually, right, it's the idea is very harmful bleach. It's got that person who's a little bit timid. They're scared, they want whiter teeth, but they don't want to put chemicals in their mouth. This is the offer for them. Here's some stats. It's got a $70 per sale, right? So you're going to get that CPA. Doing top affiliates are seeing a $2 to $4 EPC, a 4% plus conversion rate for our top affiliates. And so that's a killer offer, right? It's one that you just got to get out and promote. This one does great. It has email swipes, does great in Google, does some Facebook as well. Check it out. The next offer, one that is near and dear to my heart, CellXRenewal. CellXRenewal has a killer TSL. It's done very well in the past for a lot of different people. It's been run both through email and through different paid media traffic sources. It gets a really great AOV, right? It's AOVing $277 for our top affiliates. And you have 2 options on how you can get paid. They're willing to give you a 65% rev share, or if you'd prefer, $120 CPA. And so get in there and check this out. I think this is a great one. It's all about helping people's skin get younger looking, right? So it's a great beauty product. Right now, summer's come. People are a little bit toasted, a lot of sun, dried skin. This would be a great one. Great for both men and women over 45. The third offer, Derma Progenix Anti-Aging Serum, right? This is a cool offer. It helps people achieve visibly younger skin, looking beautiful without expensive procedures, without having to go in to get operations or injections and different things that people are scared of, they can't afford, right? That's the angle that it takes here. They're doing 70% rev share on $131 AOV. Top affiliates are seeing a $1.40 EPC, which is money in the bank, and a 2.5 conversion rate. They also have email swipes available. Final offer for you, the Fully Vital Hair Growth System. Now, when I initially saw this offer, I thought, hair growth, that might be good for me. But guess what? This is actually targeting women, right? So this is a really easy emotional sell. It's one thing, I remember the emotions of when I went bald, and it was terrifying. I couldn't go into a pool. I could never let anybody be taller than me, behind my head looking like the bald spot that was starting. And so even as a dude, that was emotional. Think now about women that are suffering from hair loss, how much more emotional it'll be. So it's a really easy sell. They're giving out 40% rev share because this is a legit product. They have expenses on the cost of the good to make sure it really is quality. $180 AOV. Good affiliates are seeing that $2.80 EPC. Make sure you're checking this one out. We've now arrived at that time in the episode where it's time to learn and see what you need to be doing to improve and better your business. What I'd love to talk about is my experience at the Powerhouse Mastermind in Orlando, Florida. This is a great event. Josh Snow and Lo Silva put it on. And it was a really great event to be at because it got me sort of out of my comfort zone. Typically, I deal with people in the direct response space, right? That's where a lot of us deal with. But these guys are really focused on e-commerce. Right? And there's some subtle differences for how things have to operate, but there's a ton of carryover. There's a really great connection I made with a guy named Jesse Jenkins. He also spoke. Jesse is a great salesperson, and he also, for a while, about 3.5 years, worked with Facebook, worked at Facebook. And so, of course, if I get to sit down with somebody who worked at Facebook that was inside the belly of the beast, I'm going to go ahead and delve into their mind and try to understand things. And a really interesting point that Jesse got to was that so many people complain about the Facebook algorithm, right? We talk about, oh my goodness, the algorithm is the reason my ads aren't working anymore. The algorithm is the reason this isn't performing. And the insight that he shared with me is that so many people complain about the algorithm, and it's not the algorithm that maybe we're not understanding. It's the humans, the viewers, the people that are watching, right? The algorithm is just made to respond to what's happening with the viewership, right? The people that are scrolling. And so things change, and when things change, it typically has to do more with the people. And we as marketers need to get better and better and better at understanding the people, the viewer, trying to see what trends are taking off, right? And that's pop culture, right? We need to start paying attention to saturation, right? Of course, an audience is eventually going to get bored when everybody is promoting things the exact same way. And so there's going to be a change. And that's not necessarily always the algorithm that's doing that. And so we need to start trying to be better at our job, right? I feel like a lot of times as affiliate marketers, what we do is we look for the easiest money possible. And so that's made us a little bit lazy sometimes in thinking if we can just look at the stats, right? And we could figure this out. When part of what we need to do is delve into the psychology of people. One of the best ways to make sure that you're staying on top of what's present and current is with a spy tool. And so our favorite spy tool at Digistore24 that we use for videos is PP ads, right? It's really like a TikTok spy tool. But right now, if you're seeing with Instagram, with Facebook, the way a lot of their video consumption is going is short bits, just like Instagram added Reels so that it could be just like TikTok, right? And that's where a lot of things are happening. If you look at a lot of the bigger influencers on Instagram, they're not just posting still pictures anymore. They're posting essentially a lot of things that you're seeing in a TikTok scroll is now showing up in the post for Instagram because that's just what's working. And so this spy tool would be very easy to use to see what some of the best converting videos are right now. And that brings me to an important thing, right, is ethical ad hacking. So I was listening to a podcast recently with Russell Brunson, and he was talking how a lot of people accuse him of, when he talks about funnel hacking, of just getting in and stealing and ripping people's stuff. And that's not ethical, right? That's not the best way to do things because that's the reason things get saturated, because we all just see one ad, we copy it, put it back out. Whereas if you actually try to grow as a marketer and really understand why and video's working, then you can make limitless videos yourself and they're not going to get bored because you're not just stealing somebody else's, right? And so that's a big part of using spy tools. It's not using a spy tool to just steal things. It's using a spy tool to understand what other people are doing, understand why it's working when you see across like a large spectrum, and then taking that thing and now implementing it into your own creative ideas so that you can be successful. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this episode. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, do all of that jazz. Make sure you tune in next Monday. Any questions that you have, affiliates at Digistore24.com. I'd love to jump on the show and answer some of those. Until next week, remember, open minds, open hearts equals open wallets.